Oh no. Sorry everybody. I've just gone live and I just realized that the picture is absolutely massive. Technical difficulties. Technical difficulties. Alright. Alright. It's all part of the learning process. That's the wonderful thing about the 950 challenge is you continuously learn. Oh, now that's all messed up. Oh dear, guys. How's the picture? I'm all off center, right? That's off. No, I don't know how to. I don't know how to. There we go. There we go. Right. Wow, what an amazing, no, what an amazing start to, all you can see is my chest, there we go. Are we back in line? Is everything in line? What a disaster. Oh, there we go, right. I do apologize, everybody. This was supposed to be like a, hey, you know, everything's going good, and immediately technical difficulties. Right, I think everything looks fine. My cables have now come undone. So, there we go. Sorry about that. Guys, it's, and you can see up here, I've made the overlays. It's day 28 today. It is day 28 of this 100-day 2 million step challenge. My cables are coming off. Thoroughly unprepared. So, yeah, here we are, guys. I'll give you a little spinaroo. So, I've got some stats up here. As you can see, it's currently day 28 of this challenge, as of today, which is the 14th, Sunday the 14th. Of July 2024. So currently on day 28. Steps completed so far is 530,752 steps. So I've done over 500,000 steps in the last 28 days. Every 20,000 steps I do is about 15 kilometers. So I'm walking about 105 kilometers a week at the moment. The target though, as of today, is to have completed 540,000 steps. So as you can see, I'm about 9,250 steps shy of what the target is. That's okay. That's okay. We've had birthday celebrations to celebrate the last couple of days, so I've not really been walking that much. But what I wanted to start off this little stream, this little hey viewer. I think that's my mate. There should be a chat function. There should be a chat box you can see somewhere where you can actually live chat with me. So yeah, let me know in the chat. Yeah, so one thing I want to do at the beginning of this video is belly. So the belly size, my belly size, on day one. And when I say belly size, I've spoken about this before, it's not just the fat, it's the posture and the body bracing. So I've been doing some stomach exercises. I'll get on to how much exercise I've actually been doing. And before I do that, as you can see, the steps aren't going up. I haven't actually put the watch on. I was supposed to do that with you guys. So I've got my bit of sock there. And what I do, I just put that round my ankle and I tuck the Fitbit watch in. So it looks a bit like an ankle bracelet. It looks a little bit like I'm a criminal. But yeah, let me know in the chat how the sound is. Is the sound okay? Can you hear me fine? Hopefully I'm not too loud, not too quiet. But as you can see now, the steps are going up. I've got the watch around the ankle. We can see steps are going up. There we go. So this is a lot of what I've been doing. As I look at you, my computer is behind you, and I do steps like this. But what we're going to look at is my belly. So, as I was just explaining, your belly size is a mix between the amount of fat you've got, visceral and external belly fat, your posture, you know, if you're slouching or if you're stood up straight, and body bracing. So how much you engage your core, your lower back, your buttocks, and everything, all your trunk muscles while you're standing up straight. As the challenge goes on, I'll be getting a stronger and stronger core, and therefore my natural, the way I like to think of it is my natural state. So if you were just queuing in the supermarket and you just stood there behind someone, not really thinking about anything, what is your natural state? You know, are you like this with your belly out, or do you naturally stand with a good posture and a semi-engaged core or a tighter core? So as of my natural state, let's do a measurement and do this live. It's been pretty good. So just do a little walk up. Okay, this is me queuing at the supermarket. Hurry up, old lady in front of me. Whatever. No. Don't discriminate against old ladies, look after old ladies. Okay. So, okay, what I want to do is I'm going to look behind you in the monitor. I don't want it to be too tight. So it's just got to sit on the love handles, not really pulling in too tight. That one's a bit tight. And my current, hang on. Okay, how are we looking? Are we looking good? A bit tight, maybe. Oh no, it's slipping down, so it's not too tight. Slipping down. We're there. We're there. So that was, get my face out of the way, 105 centimeters. Now, as you can see, I started off at 114 centimeters. So I've lost in the last 28 days that much fat around my belly. This is going to focus on my eyes. Yeah, but that is, for anyone in the United States, I started off around 45 inches and I'm now down to nearly 41 inches. So I've lost 4 inches off my belly by doing 530,000 steps in the last 28 days. So yeah, I'd say it works. Now, when it comes down to diet, I haven't changed my diet. We've had birthday celebrations. We had curry yesterday. I eat a lot of chocolate biscuits. We had donuts. I got through 2 big bags of potato chips. Horrendous diet. So yeah, when it comes down to my diet, yeah, it's not good. It's not good and it needs to improve. And I have had cravings about, you know, having more fruit and vegetables. You definitely start to feel those cravings because your body is saying, hang on a sec, you're pushing me to do steps, to do exercises, but where is the good fuel? And so I'm definitely feeling that. I'm definitely feeling a craving for full meals instead of like lots and lots of snacks. I definitely feel way worse after eating McDonald's and kind of takeaway foods like that. So that is definitely an issue. Oh, hey. My natural state is an ET bison genetic mistake. I just found the chat box. Thanks, Alex. I'm not sure what that means. Your natural state is an ET. Oh, an ET, right. I see what you mean. I like ET is in phone home ET. Yeah, maybe. My natural state used to be, when I should have done this on camera, but I kind of, because I got long arms, I can kind of stand like the Grinch. So Yeah, that was my natural state, was the Grinch. But, okay, now what I want to talk about is the issues that I found over the last 28 days. So there are a few issues. One, I'm feeling really, really tired. So just passing out when I go to bed, not a problem whatsoever. Yeah, my head hits the pillow and I'm gone. The problem is getting up because you've got to set your alarm for work. That's just not enough sleep for me, and I feel pretty groggy throughout the day. So that's tough. I think that also comes down to another issue, which is staying hydrated. So I haven't been drinking enough water. I'm going to drink some more now. And I'll get back to this in a minute. There's something else that I need to point out about drinking water and staying hydrated while doing your steps. So, yeah, that's been an issue, is staying hydrated. So I need to remember to do that. I need to have a reminder, maybe on my phone, saying, hey, drink some more water. You just kind of get carried away with doing the steps. But there's another way that I do the steps, again, which I'll get to in a second, which makes it kind of harder to drink at the time. Another issue is you've got to really look after your joints. So if you're just doing your steps on the spot, and by the way, my feet are coming off the ground. My mum actually commented and said, am I just doing this? You know, not picking my feet up. No, my feet are coming off the ground. Let's see if you can hear them. Hang on. Okay, so yeah. They're little steps, but they're steps, you know? They're like, there we go. If I just move forward and backwards, then you can see that they're actually coming off the ground. But if you do this for a long time, you could feel aches in your joints. So make sure that you're switching it up. Make sure you're going out and getting a walk, like a full stride, normal walk, as well as your little steps. Make sure you're taking breaks. Try not to do it all at the same time. Do it throughout the day, just to give your joints and everything a rest, because again, this is for beginners. Like, I'm beginning, you may be beginning. Don't push yourself to try and do all the steps in one go. You could end up doing yourself an injury. That's where the stretches come in. It's important to do your morning stretches. I've been doing stretches. I should do a video on my routine, but kind of those ones, you know, the ones that you used to do in PE or physical education, doing like those stretches, doing a bit of hanging. These ones, I've been trying to do squats. So like, I can't really do it here. I kind of sit on a thing that's about this high because I'm 2/3 legs. So that helps me squat and like stretch out my groin. Those kind of stretches. So do your stretches in the morning. I need to actually do some yoga. I think yoga might be pretty good. But the other issue I had, and I'm going to leave a link in the description below after this video has been posted for this, is getting the steps done throughout the day. Now, if you've got a job where you can be more mobile, then that's pretty good. You can try and fit your steps in as you're away from a desk. But if you're stuck at a desk, how do you get your steps in during the day? And this is where this has come in. I bought a walking pad. So I'll leave an affiliate link in the description below if you're wanting to buy a walking pad. I'll do a few steps on this, but I don't know how loud it's going to be. So let me just plug it in. Now they come in different types. There are ones with like a guardrail and stuff like this. It's basically a tiny treadmill. But because there we go, it's turning on. Because I'm stuck at a desk all day, every day, from 8:30 till 5 p.m, other than my lunch break, I do find it difficult to actually find time to actually get the steps in. So the camera is currently sat on, oh, sorry, wobbling you, on my, what do you call it? What's the name of the desk? Standing desk. Yeah, so it's raised up. So I can raise it all the way up, And either when I'm, reading through something at work, or whether I'm just trying to sort out a simple problem, not trying to type too much because, walking and typing is not great. I can just stand on this, click start, and I crank it up to 2.5 kilometers an hour, and I can just casually do steps. There we go, that's up to 3. Thing is, I've got really long legs. So my stride is quite long. This is at 4 kilometers an hour. And I can just stand there, read, type, and do my steps at the same time. And again, when I'm, in the evening watching House of the Dragons or whatever it might be, then I can just stand on this or walk on this and just watch my show and kind of forget that I'm doing it. So this is pretty good. I do enjoy this. With the walking pad though, I do find that if you've got any questions, let me know, by the way, Alex, in the comments. But yeah, I do find that while I'm walking on this, I can only do it barefoot for so long, then my feet really start to ache. I switched to socks for a bit, and then eventually I switched to my actual training shoes, just to give my feet a bit of a padding. It's mainly because while you're on a treadmill, I find that I'm landing on my heel a lot more. And when I started this challenge, I did have a problem with this heel. I was in the doctor's, or just before I started this challenge, I was in the doctor's because I'd run 10 kilometers to gauge how fast I could do 10 kilometers. And my tendon pulled some bone splints off of my heel because I just hadn't built up the tolerance, and my bone wasn't used to be putting under that much pressure from the tendon from me running, because I hadn't run in years. So I do find if I walk on this for about 10 kilometers in one go, my heel will really start to hurt. So that's why I do like to switch it up between those and these, and walking, and just normally walking as you would around, propelling yourself forward rather than keeping up with a belt going around. That said, this is brilliant. I do find this fantastic. I will just chuck some shoes on. See, so because I'm on day 28, as it says up there, I'm currently on day 28 of this challenge. I'm now past the just walking phase. So again, beginner's challenge, the first 20 days was really just casual to brisk walking. If you've seen the first video, the feet versus belly 2 million steps video, I explained that I'm doing 4 different types of steps, which is casual steps, then brisk walking, and then light jogging, and then zone 2 training. Now, the thing about being fat and unfit is getting to zone 2 isn't very hard. My heart rate gets up pretty quickly. But at this point in the challenge, I am supposed to be doing about 10, as self-imposed by me, by my own training plan, supposed to be doing about 10 kilometers jogging to zone 2 training. No, sorry, totally got that wrong. I'm supposed to be doing 3 kilometers at 7.5 kilometers an hour. That's what I'm supposed to be doing right now, just to get used to that jogging. Luckily, this apparently goes up to 7.5 kilometers an hour, which I'll demonstrate now. Not all of them do. So when you click that affiliate link for Amazon, you'll have to look to see how fast they go and the power of the motor in them. But this is 7.5 kilometers an hour. I just got really long legs. So I'm not sure how this is sounding. Is this loud on the microphone? Let me know in the chat. Does this sound all right? But yeah. So this is 7.5 kilometers an hour, and I just stay on this until I've done about 3 kilometers. However, I have found that I'm quite happy to move it up to, this is apparently 8.5 kilometers an hour. Although I think it does feel slower than when I'm on an actual treadmill. So this afternoon I'm going to go down to the gym in the building and we'll see what the comparison is on a full-size treadmill at 8.5 or 7.5 kilometers an hour. But yeah, this is pretty easy to do. Obviously it helps to have the guardrail if you don't have very good spatial awareness. I've got excellent spatial awareness. So it's not too much of an issue. I also do this much closer to the desk. So, oh, Alex is just saying in chat. My work works great. No, it's fine. Thanks, Al. Thanks for letting me know. Oh, I don't recommend doing that. You could cause an injury. Make sure you slow it down before you get back on, speed it back up when you're on it. I could have been a meme then. I could have just ended up a meme. So yeah, doing steps like this is fine. Like I said, I'm usually closer to the desk, so I'm positioned about here underneath it, so I'm not going to tread on the front section. I'm not going to fall off the back, and I can keep my frame of reference with the desk right in front of me. Obviously, when I'm working, I'm walking much slower, and my laptop's here, so there's no real issue with me falling off the back and falling off the sides. Yeah. So yeah, this is what I've been doing. When did I get this? This came through about a week ago. So for the last week, I've been trying to jump on this as much as I can. Now, when it comes to how many steps do I do over a certain length of time, when I'm on this and I'm sitting around, I think it's a minimum 5.8 kilometers an hour, I'm basically doing 1,000 steps, or no, sorry, 1,100 steps in 10 minutes. So 6,600 steps an hour. So it takes me about 3 hours throughout the day. Is that the right maths? Yeah, it should take me about 3 hours throughout the day to complete the 20,000 steps. Yeah, I don't know. Any questions for me? I'm going to jump off of this because I don't know if it's too noisy, and I'll just get back to like just doing the standard normal jogging steps like this. Oh, we've lost all the viewers. Yeah, there we go. So, yeah, I just move this out of the way so I can jog around the room. Yeah, so day 28, I feel it's going pretty good. Now, one thing I wanted to, it's got wheels, so that's cool. How many calories will you burn during a day doing what you're doing? Now you're asking the important questions. It's not actually measuring my calories. So this is the issue with doing it this way. I have the Fitbit watch around my ankle because fitness watches pick up your gesticulations while you're gesticulating, right? So it picks those up as steps. I'm trying to do a step challenge to count how many steps I'm doing. So while I've got the watch around my ankle, it's not actually measuring my heart rate. It's not actually calculating precisely how many calories I'm burning. However, if I look at this now, I think it's just disconnected. Is it still connected? Am I hitting another technical difficulty? No, it's fine. Okay, so it's saying today, roughly, I've burnt, which is incorrect. Well, this is just being alive. I've burnt 1,000 calories being alive. See if this watch, I've got another smartwatch on right now, and this is saying that I've burnt 110 calories. I'm not sure how accurate all of these are. I'm also keeping a food diary as much as I can so that at the end of this we can work out how many calories, like a day my difference is at the beginning of the challenge and at the end of the challenge. I'm not doing it while I'm currently doing the challenge. Now, okay, so why am I not worrying about calories? I'm not worried about calories because it's more about getting off your ass and doing it. I think. I think if you start worrying about calories and also your weight, it gets overwhelming. It's more about like just do the steps. So yeah, the goal is to hit 2 million steps and to just follow the plan of staying active and doing the steps. I'll worry about the calories later because as I'm going through the challenge and I'm getting fitter, I can already see as I've got the belly here, but I can already feel from the body bracing and the leg raises that my stomach's getting stronger. That's making me feel, okay, I kind of feel like I want a banana instead of a chocolate because I'm doing the work, I'm doing the steps. I don't want to do myself an injustice by eating low nutrient dense, high calorie foods like chocolate and chips and donuts when all of a sudden I can feel that my stomach's getting a bit tighter and I can see that I've lost an amount of fat. So it's really hard to actually gauge how many calories you're actually burning as opposed to taking in. The idea obviously to lose body fat is to be in a calorie deficit of around 200 calories. So you can do it if you want. You can do the 2 million steps, you can weigh all your foods and you can kind of calculate your calories. But again, the way that I'm doing this is just to really encourage people that, look, you're at home, just do some steps, you know, just move your body and you'll burn around 1,000 plus calories extra a day to 1,500 calories a day. But let's get onto that as well. It all depends on the intensity of the steps that you're doing. So I've seen a lot of people in previous videos I've done saying, well, I did 12,000 steps a day, or I did 15,000 steps a day, but I didn't, you know, I only lost so much weight, fat, and then it kind of stopped. But if you're only doing steps like this every day for 15 days, you might start to lose some fat, but you'll plateau because you're not increasing your intensity. So if you were to sprint 20,000 steps a day, you would burn a lot more calories because you're moving your body more, you're moving everything all at the same time. There's a lot more effort being put in, so it's work. The more work you do, the more calories you're going to burn. So yeah, it's difficult to. Am I making sense? Hopefully, I'm making sense. Steps. Yeah, thanks, Al. Yeah. That's the thing. So the reason that people quit, that I've seen, this is anecdotal, right? The reason that people quit any diet or they quit any kind of exercise program is that it's too complicated. That it's just like, oh God, no, okay, so I just want to eat that thing. Now I've got to measure my calories. Okay, so what are the macros in this? And I've now got to fill in a spreadsheet just to put something in my mouth, food. So that's a complex thing. Then I've got to measure this, then I've got to measure that. Like you say, keeping it simple is the best way of doing anything. So this is, do your steps, and you can do them dancing. You can go out dancing. You can go out, you can play some tennis, you can play some squash, some basketball, whatever it is you want to do, like some soccer, football, shopping, window shopping, go window shopping for 3 hours, get out of your house, stop shopping online, go window shopping, just go and visit a park, whatever you want to do, you can go and do it. And just get those steps in because it's the simplest way of doing it. Now, I want to just emphasize why I'm not weighing myself. So again, measuring my body fat, measuring my belly circumference is the main thing I'm doing. And I'm also measuring kind of how I feel, like can I walk 20,000 steps? Fine. That's like 15 kilometers. Yes, I can. I can easily walk 15 kilometers now. How much of that can I walk quickly at a brisk pace? How much of it can I jog? And then how much of it can I run? So it's all about capability. Now, why am I not measuring my weight? Because I have no way of knowing how much water, how much food is digesting in me, how much muscle mass I might have put on versus body fat I might have lost. I have no way of measuring that. So if I drink this water, okay, I'll drink it now. All right, it's not in the glass, it's in me. I'm now that much water heavier than I was before. So that's probably about, I don't know, 250 milliliters. So that's like 250 grams, right? So it's a quarter of a kilo. I'm now a quarter of a kilo heavier than I was a second ago. If I jump on the scales, oh no, I've put on weight. I don't know how much water I'm retaining. I don't know how much water I'm digesting. I don't know if my bladder's completely empty. I don't know if all the food I ate yesterday has digested. So for me, there's no point in weighing myself. It's because I can't x-ray myself to work it all out, if that makes sense. So again, capability and capability, steps completed, and measuring tape. And that's all I'm doing. And then at the end of it, I will do I get, oh no, I think Alex has dropped off. I'll wait for him to come back on. I think he's dropped off. But to answer that question, but yeah, so all about capability. And am I still online? I think I'm still online. All about, yeah, stick with the capability. Oh, I think you're back. Question come in, do I get chafy knackers? If you do, what are the prevention measures? I've actually got, they're like this quick drying material. So you can actually wear boxer briefs, and you can actually get, I don't wear cotton ones. You can get these, they're kind of stretchy, but they're kind of tight. They keep everything all in one place. Now, if any sports underwear company out there wants to sponsor me, that's great. The brand, well, I don't know if you can get them all over the world, but I had some jockeys that were fantastic. So they were made out of the same material. At the moment, I'm getting them from Uniqlo. And yeah, like I said, they're like this quick dry kind of synthetic polyester stretchy material, and they keep everything in place, but also they're really good on your thighs, because the material, what's the word? You know, with cotton kind of grabs onto itself and rubs, and then when it gets sweaty, it sticks to your skin, and that's where you get the chafe. This material kind of stays in place because it's elasticated and then slides across itself. So there's no grabbing, there's no chafing. Yeah, it's pretty good. No, they're not mesh boxes. They're, oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, man, if they work, if they keep everything compact, you know, that's a really good question, man. Like, yeah, chafing can be a massive, massive problem. Yeah, I try not to do too much I'm wearing a cotton t-shirt right now, and I just realized I wasn't body bracing. I need to body brace more. I try not to wear cotton t-shirts. Show us. Alex, this is a PG, family-friendly stream, so no, that's not going to be happening. But yeah, I wear these cotton, I'm wearing a cotton t-shirt right now, but if I get too sweaty and if I'm actually sort of getting a proper march on, that can chafe under your arms as well. So that's where I try and use sort of those quick dry gym tops. You can find pretty much anywhere. That's pretty good material, stops me chafing. Yeah, any other sort of issues like that? Obviously, when I'm at home, we're quite high up here. No one can see me. I can actually just go shirtless, and everyone's seen me shirtless in all my previous videos anyway. But yeah, I can just go shirtless, which is pretty good for, we're quite high up. It gets quite warm in here, and we're coming up to summer soon. So, no, we're not. It's midwinter, but it's Australia, so it's warm. It feels like it's coming up to summer. Yeah, and being shirtless will be fine. Not a lot of chafing. Yeah, and what else? So there's one other thing coming up. So as you can see, like, I'm just talking to you guys right now. I've been talking to you for I don't know how long. How long is I don't even know how long the stream's been going. But we've been going for over 35 minutes, and I've done nearly 3,000 steps. So yeah, there we go. As you can see, if I can do it talking to you guys, just jogging around or just walking about, you can do it too. It's just about moving and stretching. Now, foods that I have struggled with is pasta. I've found pasta, especially I don't want to mess up the pronunciation, so I'm just going to say spirally pasta. I had a spirally pasta. No, I'm not going to try it. I'm not going to get it wrong. I had the pasta spirals in a bolognese the other day, and I felt massively bloated to the point where I actually grabbed. I shall demonstrate. I felt so uncomfortable that I got my belt, and my stomach was bursting. I just felt it was going to burst, and I got my belt, and I just tied my belt around my belly just to keep it in. It was really just trying to stretch out, and I was like, oh. So I just tied my belt on. Don't do this. Don't be me. Find the foods that make you uncomfortable. Yeah, I did that. I was just like, oh. You can see how fat I still am. There's a lot to go, but we've got 72 days left, so I'm not worried. I'm on a good trajectory. But yeah, now I know I just need to write down those foods. So going back to foods, there will be foods that will make you feel tired. There are foods that will make you feel bloated. Just write those down in the list and just avoid them, or minimize them. What I want to do by the end of this is get to a point where, I'm moving around like this, like you can too at home while you're watching whatever TV show, Netflix, whatever it might be. Watch The Boys, that's pretty good. Yeah, and I want to get to a point where I'm just walking around like this, and I'm not craving a donut, I'm not craving chocolate, I'm craving fruit. I have actually got to a point in the past when I was back in the days working on a farm. You know if you know. Working on a farm, I was always eating fruit. Grapes, we were on a grape farm. I was always eating bananas, apples. We had a fig tree outside, that was pretty cool. I was always eating pears, and I really did get to the point where I just didn't want any chocolate. I just didn't crave it, because when I ate chocolate, it tasted fake, and fruit tasted so much better. Yes, there's fruit in chocolate. Sorry, fruit in veg. What am I trying to say? Yes, there's sugar, glucose, in fruit, but it comes with a lot of other nutrients, and it makes you feel more full. Whereas chocolates just has sugar, and there's nothing to tell your brain that we've received enough nutrients, so therefore you generally can eat more of it. I am not a scientist. And spam. Oh, mate, yes. I mean, spam contains about 120% of your daily recommended dose of salt. So if you look how much sodium is in spam, it tastes fantastic though. Yeah, like the eternal food. There's no expiry date on spam, but there is a lot of fat and a lot of sodium in spam. Oh yeah, I used to make spam pasta. I did used to make spam pasta. But if you think about, so back in the days when I used to be ridiculously fit, I might be able to pull up a photo actually. Let's just pull up a photo. Let's see if I can get this to work. Gonna add. Okay, so wait, bear with me 2 seconds. This is what I used to look like on a farm. Okay, there we go. So that's me when I was very young, doing a lot of farm work. Okay, I was very skinny, and you know, or over here, had a better stomach than I've currently got now. So yeah, I used to make spam pasta, but the farm work that I was doing back then, and we were all doing, we were putting out, the farm that we were working on was a grape farm. You have to put out these covers over the grapes so they don't get bald. Kind of like my head, right? If my head's out in the sun too much, it gets sunburnt. My head's the same shape as a grape. A grape has the same problems. So you have to put out these long white covers, these long plastic covers over the grapes to give them sunshade. Yeah, sunshade. And we were putting out them, what was like a kilometre a roll, and we were putting out like 25 rolls a day or something ridiculous. So imagine how many steps we were doing every single day. Plus I was then going to the gym and doing weights, doing boxing on the boxing bag, on the punch bag, or kickboxing because it was a kick bag as well. And we were just always moving, always walking. So, you know, if you do enough work, if like work is in moving your body, as in lifting, as in walking, crouching, just, yeah, burning calories through movement of your body in a way that exerts force in some way from time to time. Does that make sense? So like, you know, you don't have to just constantly be doing this, but you have to kind of be lifting things or knocking things or shooting things or kicking things or whatever it might be. If you're doing enough work, you'll burn off the calories. I think Usain Bolt eats a KFC before, or he used to eat a KFC before his runs. So, yeah, but if you do no work and if you just sit down and you just eat all that food, then it's just going to get stored. This is all food I've already eaten right here, and it just gets stored. So if I ate that spam pasta again, like I used to, and I just sit down, my body's just going to go, well, okay, you've given us a load of energy. We might as well keep that for later, and it's going to store a lot of it on my belly. Yeah, this is just food I've already eaten that I haven't worked off. So these steps here are the steps I should have done when I ate the food that's been stored here. Okay, so yeah, it's a pretty long one today, 45 minutes nearly. I think we're at 43 minutes. So what I'll do is, how many steps can I get to? I'm going to get to 4,000 steps, and then I'm going to get off. And yeah, feeling good. So let's just summarize. Again, belly, I was at 114 centimeters around my belly. I'm now down to 105 centimeters. So that again is from trying to stand up straight, trying to correct my posture. That is from body bracing, where I'll step back here and do it. Yeah, so this is just completely relaxed. And then body bracing, engaging the core, engaging the sides, engaging your glutes and your lower back. Look how much thinner I already look. And then I believe that I've dropped body fat from walking 15 plus kilometers every single day. I've been burning a lot of energy. Again, I don't know exactly how many calories that is. It is very difficult to actually calculate how many calories you're burning. But yeah. So it's looking good. It's looking good. I am 9,248 steps behind. But what is it now? It's coming up to midday here in Australia. So, you know, nearly done 4,000 steps. If I just concentrate over the next 2 hours and just get on the walking pad and then get my march on, I can get another 12, 13,000 steps done. And then that'll leave me the rest of the day, the next 10 hours, to do as many steps as I can or want to or feel like doing casually around the apartment. while I'm watching whatever, So yeah, and it's a lovely day here. So, I might go out and get some actual sun. As you can see, I'm pretty much translucent at the moment, so I could do with some vitamin D. And yeah, I feel it's going well. I'm quite excited. I do have a 14-kilometer semi-competitive run coming up in 30 days time. So it's the Sydney City to Surf run. I've signed up for it, and I'm going to be doing that in it's on the 11th of August. Now, I haven't actually run since I tried to do the 10 kilometers run before I started this challenge, and I injured my ankle. So in 30 days time, I have to build up to a point where I can pretty much jog 14 kilometers, and there's some steep hills in there. There's a hill called Heartbreak Hill. I've done the run before, and yeah, it's just all right. If the weather's good, it should be good. It's just there's a couple of really steep hills that are a bit of a pain. You end on Bondi Beach, so it's a really nice place to end the run, and that's coming up, yeah, on the 11th of August. Maybe I'll stream doing the run. Where are we now? We're nearly at 4,000, so I'm going to stop in. There we go. Done 4,000 steps. There we go. Thanks for watching, guys. I really do appreciate you guys coming along and the support, and I will endeavor to be more consistent going forward, and I'll try and stream a couple of times a week. I will stream every single Sunday like this. And oh, hi Susan. Thanks, Cohen. I'm just wrapping up. As you can see today, I've done 4,000 steps on stream, and it says here, just to update you, 114 centimeters on the belly when I started. I'm now 105 centimeters around. So just for your reference, with the tape measure, that's 105, 114. So that is how much weight. I'm not saying weight. Why did that come out? That is how much circumference I have reduced my belly. So we're looking at nearly 4 inches. From New Mexico. Hey, awesome. Hey, nice. Hope everything's going well in New Mexico today. Hope it's not too hot over there right now. But yeah, so just to wrap up, because Susan's just come on. Yeah, I have done 530,000 steps over the 27 days. And that means I'm 9,248 steps behind. But I've done over 500,000 steps, and that 500,000 steps plus engaging my core, sorting out my posture, has reduced my belly circumference by 4 inches. So that's pretty good. I'm still, we've had some birthday celebrations. I've still been eating some donuts. I still eat a lot of chocolate. I still eat pretty terribly. I haven't been watching my diet at all or changing my diet. Yeah. Oh, it's hot. Oh, yeah, good. Walk in the mornings is fantastic. Yeah, I used to love getting up early, and it's something I definitely want to do. Living here in Australia, I think we get as hot as you guys do in the summer. Getting up in that fresh, crisp morning air where it's not too hot yet. Yeah, that's really nice. So yeah, good on you. Good on you to get up at 5 a.m. That means, you must go to bed early. I do struggle with that. The inner child in me is, no, I'm an adult. I can stay up late if I want to. So yeah, it is working. It has been working. And just to recap for you, because you just jumped on, I bought a walking pad, which has helped me do some of the steps. So I'll do another quick demonstration of this just before I get off. So yeah, because I do a day job and I'm just there stuck at a desk from 8:30 till 5 every single day. I can work from home, so I work from home about 3 to 4 days a week. What I can do while I'm at the desk, start this up. I found this helps so much with my time. I'm cranking this up to about 3 kilometers an hour. I'm not sure what that is in miles an hour. I do apologize, but yeah, it's about 3 kilometers an hour, and I can just type away at the laptop, and it's, you know, it's pretty painless. It's very simple to do. I do actually forget I'm walking sometimes while I'm doing this, so obviously the key is to not completely forget so you fall off. But yeah, it's I found it's such a massive time saver. Again, in the evenings, I find it quite easy to do this as well while I'm watching something on Netflix or whatever. So I've been doing that just to really save time, because I did see a comment on my 12,000 steps a day video recently where a guy's like, well, who's got time to do 12,000 steps a day? And that's the thing with our busy lives is, well, how do we have the time? A lot of us do. A lot of us will sit there and we will scroll on Instagram, we'll scroll on TikTok, we'll scroll on YouTube all the time. You can scroll and step at the same time, or just go for a walk and scroll. So yeah, so that's what I've been doing. I've been kind of jogging around. I haven't actually been out yet. Okay, so that's one thing I actually failed to mention. I haven't gone out on long walks yet. I find that most of my time is spent doing my 9 to 5, and then afterwards I'm trying to like either catch up with TV shows, or I'm listening to like audiobooks, or I'm watching something on YouTube, watching the news, or I'm trying to fill out my spreadsheets and work on the 950 challenge, which this channel was originally called. It's a self-improvement challenge. So I'm currently doing work as a day job, and I'm working on this afterwards. So I really do have to just be at home in here doing this. So these steps, these 530,000 steps have been done mostly in this room, and also just going to the shops, just literally walking 1 or 2 blocks across the street. So if I can do it within this tiny space, anyone can do it. Yeah. So yeah, that's I'm nearly at an hour. So yeah, I don't know. Have you got any questions, Susan? Or Alex, do you have any more questions? How are you guys doing steps at the moment? I mean, Susan, how far are you walking every day? I just do. Oh, one thing I was going to say is I try to find some music to play on these streams to make it a bit more interesting. But yeah, apparently the music I was gonna, you're looking at 10,000 plus. Awesome. That's awesome. A lot of people don't do that. So yeah, keep it up. That's really good. I actually struggled to get 10,000 the last 2 days because we had birthday celebrations. No, 10,000 is really good. Yesterday we were doing some birthday celebrations, sat down, watched a movie, and we actually went to VR, and I tried to book a virtual reality thing because I thought, oh, that'd be cool, we'd be walking around. But we weren't. We were actually in a tiny spot where stand back here. We're in a tiny spot, so we could only move about this much while we're in this virtual reality thing. So by the time we got home last night, I'd only done about 5,000 steps or 6,000 steps, and I actually had to push myself to get to 10,000. So I had to get up out of the chair around 9:30 in the evening and be like, okay, come on, time to get some steps in. And yeah, then it took me about another hour to get the 10,000. So if you're doing 10,000 steps, massive thumbs up. That's really, really good. That's, again, a lot more than most people will do. And if you're feeling good from doing them, then that's all that counts. Keep it up, yeah. So, yeah. And plus, yeah, being old, I mean, it doesn't matter how old you are, really, like, just as long as you keep moving. I think that's one thing I'm noticing as I get older. So I'm 42 now, coming on 43. And I noticed that people my age and people older just, they see moving as something that kids do. They see playing as something that kids do. They see dancing as something that kids do. And it's not the done thing for adults to dance around the house and enjoy the music they used to enjoy and dance to the music they used to enjoy and go out and do things. But why do we put that limitation on ourselves? You know, play the music you used to play, listen to, dance to the music you used to dance to, and get out and walk and do things, Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you felt the signs. You can feel it in your body, right? That's how I felt at the beginning of this. I was kind of, I felt aches in my joints. So there was a list in that first video of all the different issues. Shoulder pain from just constantly being hunched over at a desk. Couldn't engage my core, hip problems, knee joint aches, elbow joint aches. If I tried to use my muscles, it would hurt. I just wasn't used to moving. And a lot of those issues have started to be alleviated because I'm stretching in the mornings and I'm upright most of the day. I'm walking. Digestion, really good for if I eat a meal and I just go for a casual walk afterwards. I find that really helps with my digestion as well. It's fixing my sleep. I sleep like a log. If anything, I don't get enough sleep now. You really do feel yourself, I'm with you on that, you feel yourself rotting away. And we're organisms that have, we've evolved to move, we're hunter-gatherers. We're supposed to move. We're so good at it. That's why we sweat, because we're designed however you want to look at it. We are the perfect animal for endurance, because we can sweat, we can cool ourselves down. We can adapt to anything we want to do. We can adapt to swimming, we can adapt to long distance running, we can adapt to sprinting, we can adapt to weightlifting. We are very adaptive animals that are perfect for any kind of exercise. There's a Canadian guy. He's a great example. He was the world's strongest man last year. He's Canadian. I can't remember his name, but definitely Google him. He was a marathon runner. So he was sort of, imagine me but without the belly. He looked like me without the belly. Similar build. And he decided that he wanted to train to be the world's strongest man. And he's taller than me. He is a tall guy. He's about 6'4", I think, 6'5". But he was a marathon runner. And now he was the world's strongest man. He trained to lift all that weight. Now, I'm not saying everyone should go out and train to be the world's strongest person, but I'm saying, like, if you feel like your body is rotting away, you can get out of your chair and do 10,000 steps a day, like Susan's doing, and you'll start to feel the benefits. Your body will adapt to doing those 10,000 steps, and you'll start to feel better, hopefully. So yeah, no, I'm feeling very, very good. Again, I just need to stay hydrated, which is a big problem, especially if you're in the United States and you're in the heat waves. Make sure you're staying hydrated. And yeah, I just definitely need to start eating more full meals, fruit and veg. And actually, one thing I didn't touch on was the exercises that I said I was going to do to support the 2 million steps. So I was going to do calisthenic exercises, which were push-ups, pull-ups, chin-ups, dips, leg raises, and body squats. Now, I've managed to reduce my belly by 9 centimeters, by nearly 4 inches, without doing many of those actually supporting exercises, those supporting exercises. I have only actually done the push-ups maybe 4 or 5 days out of this challenge so far. So, like I said in the first video, the 2 million steps is the main focus of this challenge. I have done the stretches though. I find the stretches are really, really important, but I actually haven't done the other exercises as much as I should have. So yeah, I mean, I guess that goes to show that the steps work without having to do any sort of push-ups, pull-ups or anything like that. I do want to do those because ultimately this is the start of a larger challenge to see if a man at 42, and by the end of this I'll be 43, coming on 44, can naturally get as jacked as Hugh Jackman, Wolverine, on his own without a personal trainer. Oh, you're retired, so you have no excuses. Well, there you go. More power to you. Like, yeah, if you've got the time, then do it. A lot of people just try and find ways to fill their time, and they'll make excuses. So yeah, no, proud of you, Susan. Like, yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, too many people will make excuses. So yeah, I guess coming back to the excuses then, like I am probably making excuses as to why I'm not doing the push-ups, why I'm not doing the pull-ups, why I'm not doing the chin-ups. And I shouldn't have excuses. So yes, good point. I'm going to stop making excuses, and I'm going to, as the channel is called, I'm going to get it done. Now, I named this channel after a guy who I used to work with. Never had a father figure in my life, not a positive one. So I picked them up along the way, and I used to work with this guy who was tough as nails. And I didn't work with him really. I worked with him, but for him. He was my boss. And if he said get it done, you got it done. And so that's why I named this channel that, is just reminding myself after him. Oh no, I'm not. No criticism taken, Susan. Don't worry about that. No, sometimes you do have to remind yourself, like, it's very, very simple as a human. Every human does it. Why didn't I do that today? And it's very, very easy to justify why you didn't. But to do 10 push-ups, to do 3 pull-ups, 3 chin-ups, 10 body squats, all that is probably only going to take me about 15 minutes. So really, what is my excuse other than not having got it done? And I need to think about my old boss. And yeah, and he was a scary man. And he'd be like, come on lads, get it done. And you'd be like, oh, okay, all right. I'm off, let's go. So yeah, lovely man, but scary, very, very scary. So yeah, no more excuses. I will get it done, and yeah, looking forward to it. So, like as I said earlier on, we're on day 28, so I've got 72 days to go. And my target, because I did a 2 million step challenge on my own without filming it properly about 3 years ago. It was after I made the 12,000 steps a day video. And I got down to, I think it was about 88 centimeters. Now I'll see if the camera will. Okay, so 88 centimeters, which is just under 35 inches, right? Now I'm currently, belly-wise, at around, let's go there, okay. So I'm currently at 41 inches, and I want to get down to 35 inches. So for everyone on the metric system, I am currently at 105 centimeters, and I want to shrink my belly down to 88 centimeters circumference-wise around here. Now I've done it before, and so that is my goal. So yeah, I've got another 6 inches to lose off my belly. But as I said before, I'm on day 28 and I've already lost 4 inches off my belly. So I want to prove to everyone out there that it is possible to do this. And I hope I can be an example to others, and just get away from some of the toxicity that is in the fitness industry, and the fact that everyone's telling everyone, like all these top influencers are telling everyone that they have to just lift weights, and now everyone's saying just take loads of steroids and PEDs, performance enhancing drugs, and all that. You don't need to do that. You don't need to go on a lemon water diet. That's just water fasting. Oh, you're doing carnivore. Oh, okay. So yeah, there's someone else in the chat that's done the carnivore too. I love my carbs, so I think yeah, I mean, whatever works for you. There are people that it's worked wonders for on the carnivore diet. I think, as far as I've watched online, and there's what's he called? There's a Dr. Mike Renaissance something channel, and I think he said recently that basically if you're doing high performance exercise, if you're sprinting, if you're running a long way, if you're lifting heavy weights, then carbs are kind of fuel for that. But if you're doing 10,000 steps and you're walking, then you've got fuel here. I've got fuel here. The carnivore diet has really works for some people. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, from what I've seen, I've had friends in the past and they've gone on the lemon water diet, and what are some of the other crazy diets that have been out there over the years? Cabbage water, I think cabbage water was one. And basically what you're doing is the same as what you do on any diet. Is you're starting off, you're eating, like I'm going to focus on myself, right? So I would go from saying, okay, every single day I'm eating a bag of chips, crisps, potato chips. I'm eating a lot of chocolate, like maybe 2 or 3 chocolate bars, or maybe like a packet of biscuits. I will devour that an entire day. That's over 1,000 calories. Then maybe I'll eat 2 meals. Maybe I'll have egg and bacon sandwiches and for breakfast, and maybe like a pasta bolognese or something like that in the evening, not measuring my portions. Now, if I go straight to carnivore, or if I go to any other diet, well, I'm not eating the biscuits anymore, and that's 1,000 calories. I'm not eating the potato chips anymore, and they're probably 300 or 400 calories a bag, if not more. So I'm going to be I'm going to reduce my calories naturally, just by because that I'm cutting out the bad food. I guess for me, the way I want to do this challenge is to have a balanced diet, because I found for myself in the past, fruits, vegetables, meats, and carbs enough when I'm pushing myself hard, to fuel that the upper echelons of exercise, of the sprinting, the heavy lifting, etc. I find that works, and I'm getting enough balanced vitamins, minerals, and nutrition from a balanced diet. But I totally get where you're coming from, Susan, because I find it very hard to walk past Krispy Kreme and control myself. I'm literally in a constant state of craving a box of donuts. Like, even saying it now, I feel my mouth watering. I'm in a constant state of craving donuts. So, yeah, if you've got the fortitude and the willpower to stick to a carnivore diet, I find that quite impressive, because, yeah, it's those cravings that really they get the better of you. So, yeah, kind of hats off if you can stick to it. Yeah, that is impressive. But again, I think what I want to promote on this challenge is balance. Fruits, yeah, like I said, fruits, vegetables, meats, and healthy carbs, whatever they might be. But rice. Yeah, just a normal average amount. Rice, potatoes, good carbs. Good carbs, but not too many carbs. Just keep it balanced. With even chocolate and a donut now and again. And then from there, because I'm not a nutritionist, and then from there people can then make their choice as to whether they want to be carnivore or keto, whatever it might be. So yeah, I'm not a nutritionist, I'm just going to stick to the steps. I'll be the steps guy. And eventually, hopefully, you know, if I get up to speed with my YouTube channel and I manage to get a big enough audience and therefore make enough money, I would really love to have some professional nutritionists, you know, join in with any future challenges I do, so they could actually give us their feedback on all these things. But yeah, that's Nick's 2 cents on it. Yeah, I mean, the carnivore diet must be pretty amazing though, because meat's pretty tasty. I'm thinking, what kind of things do you eat on the carnivore diet? I guess, like, can you have sauces? I guess you can have spices with your meat, right? Or does that count? Does that not count? You must be able to have flavorings. Yeah. Well, I was gonna end on 4,000 steps, but yeah, look at it, I'm still going. We're at nearly 7,000 steps, and I'm still jabbering away. Oh, you have to be careful. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just trying to think of. All I'm thinking about is chicken kebabs right now. Yeah, I might try and find some after this. That'd be pretty good. Yeah. So, what's coming up in the future? Like I said, so I've got the 14-kilometer run in 30 days' time. So that is going to be a bit of a struggle. I do want to try and figure out streaming from mobile, so I can just take you guys out on a walk around Sydney. And I can get my steps up that way. And yeah, and then at the end of this challenge, I'm gonna do a 10K run to see how fast I can do it compared to the first time I did it before this challenge. And I'm gonna have a DEXA scan, and I'm gonna go to the doctors and get a blood test, and we're gonna see how that goes, and see if I've managed to fix my fatty liver, because that is a concern. I do have, I can't remember what what would you call it? I can't remember what the indicator is on my blood test for fatty liver. If you know, pop it in the comments, anyone who watches this. Oh, ribeye. Oh, what are you guys? A lot of eggs, hamburger and steaks, ribeye. Okay guys, you're making me hungry. Sounds great. So, oh yeah, making me hungry. So, yeah, I don't know what the indicator is called. Again, any future people, or if you guys know, pop it in the comments below. But it was really elevated. I know it should be like 4 and below, and it was at like 5.5. So it was all in red, and basically that's an indicator of. Oh, I've actually got it in my first video, the feet versus belly video. I've got it on there. I really want to fix my liver. I don't want to have liver problems going forward, and my visceral fat level was way too high. So that's something that I need to bring down. Again, your visceral fat is all the fat that's around your heart, your lungs, your liver, your intestines, your kidneys, and all your organs really. And that can cause a lot of problems and can cause cancer and strokes and all sorts. Eggs and meat in the morning. Okay, eggs and meat in the morning. Is that like morning meat, is that bacon? Or do you like have steak and eggs? Steak at night and sub and chicken. Pork and full fish in the oven. There's lots of videos for fatty liver. Yeah, I know. There are, I've seen like, it might be vitamin E. There are certain things that you can take to help sort that out, but I'm just going to stick to the steps because I guess with this experiment, I want to see what 2 million steps will do, or 20,000 steps a day will do, and then we can see at the end, has it improved? How has my diet changed over that time? And then we'll be able to see from the average meal I'm eating at the beginning to the average meal I'm eating at the end, and the 2 million steps, has that had any effect on fixing my liver? And then if it hasn't, I'll jump onto those videos, and I think it is vitamin E. But don't quote me on that. Again, I'm not a nutritionist. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head right now. I'm just a fat guy on the internet who's doing some steps, just trying to get people to move. Yeah, thanks, Susan. Yeah, really, me too. It's going to be an interesting one. One thing I want to test out as well is that there's a lot of bacon, sausage, or whatever's in the fridge. Man, guys, I'm going to go and get a meat grill, I think, this afternoon. You guys are making me hungry. One thing I wanted to test is, and one thing I had tested, is my testosterone levels. So there's a lot of information out there, or a lot of negative influence out there of, can you see these red lines on the screen, by the way? Is that just me? I've got the sweats going on now, guys. There's a lot of negative influence out there of young men having to take testosterone and steroids, you know, all this extra testosterone to be super pumped. So I do want to see, is the reduction of body fat from doing steps and just moving my body and doing some basic calisthenics, how has that affected my testosterone as well? Especially at my age, like when you hit your 40s, it all starts going downhill. So can I bounce that up a bit, and can I maintain the levels just from being more active? I think that's an important part of my results to share with younger men and men my age and older. You know, there's a lot of us in the plus 40 group that are kind of giving up moving and dancing. So yeah, very much looking forward to those results. Very much looking forward to getting down to 35 inches or 88 centimeters around the belly. And I'm really, really hopeful that I can encourage other people to get out and just do their steps. Again, look at this. I've done 7,600 steps. Let's just see how far that says I've walked. So you guys can't see this. I've got my phone connected to my computer here. I've walked 5.48 kilometers so far, just in here, in this tiny little space. So, you know, they're really, if you've got this much room, I've got quite long arms, but if you've got just a bit more than this room, there's no excuse. Okay, lost my train of thought. What was I saying? Yeah, just talking about the results. And oh yeah, and so the results from this challenge will be the next stepping stone, or the next audit for the remaining 300 days of trying to become as jacked as Hugh Jackman and as in greater shape as I can by achieving my physical actual desires. So, I mean, look at me now, I'm out of breath, I'm talking, I'm lightly jogging. I do want to try and get to the point where I can run 10 kilometers, I think that's 6.6 miles, in under, what was it, under 40 minutes. 40 minutes, or any seconds under 40 minutes. That is my goal for the 300 days after this 100-day challenge. So this is like kind of the warm-up for that. I also want to get to a point where I can do 100 push-ups in a row, was it 150 push-ups in a row, 150 pull-ups in a row, 150 chin-ups in a row. I can bench press 120 kgs, I think it was, or maybe it's 140. I've got to look at my my notes. I should know what my own actual desires are in life, but I'm a bit kerfuffled from all the running and thinking and talking. But yeah, so I want this to be the jump off point for that. So those test results will be my current capabilities and my current health, and then I'll push myself again over the next 300 days from there to see, you know, naturally how much can a person without a personal trainer and fancy Hollywood budget, you know, how far can they actually manage to get themselves physically on just a normal everyday budget and no personal trainer and just a gym pass. So it'll be interesting to see. It'll be a good experiment, and hopefully it can help a lot of people just get away from this, what's the word? My brain's failing me right now. It'll get away from this fantasy of looking like a comic book character rather than a real life human being. So yeah, again, I do want to catch up to Chris Evans, Captain America. I do want to catch up to him. He is exactly the same age as me. He was born in 1981. He is 2 months younger than me, and he's in fantastic shape. And so I do want to catch up to him. And Tom Hiddleston, who played Loki in the Marvel movies, he is the same age as me as well. And he's in fantastic shape too. So I do want to try and catch up to them. And I want to try and catch up to them naturally. Be very fit. So yeah, right. Where are we now? We're at an hour and 20 minutes. This is a long stream, but yeah, I really do appreciate both of you for joining me for the stream today. And I've had 14 other views, which is the best. And this is, you know, pretty surprising because I haven't notified anyone other than Alex that I was streaming today. So again, going forward, I do need to be more consistent. I do know that. Oh, I have actually been unwell. I have prolonged complicated seasickness. Which is one of the reasons why I didn't stream before, because the world was kind of spinning. I was all woozy and really had like jelly legs for a while after a whale watching trip for over 3 hours on just crazy stormy seas. I think there was like a 2.5 or 3 meter swell up and down, seasick the whole time. And then I had jelly legs, feeling sick for about a week or more afterwards. I still feel it from time to time now. So yeah, that was kind of hindering my streaming. And also, like, the stream's still going now. I had to buy a fan for the camera because in the first stream it actually overheated. Yeah, I was just putting my hand behind it to check the fan is still going. So I had to wait for that to come through. I ordered that from Amazon, and now I've got a fan to stop my camera overheating, so I can stream now for an hour and 22 minutes. Last time it died at 30 minutes, so that's really good. Now I can be more consistent. I've now got my stats sort of sorted up here. I might make this look fancier in the future, but yeah, now we can keep track of how many steps I've done, how many steps I'm supposed to be doing, and I'll put up until yesterday, like, what my belly measurements were, so we can track like how I'm doing there. But yeah, I think that's it, guys. I think I'm gonna maybe leave it there. Oh no, we just got a new viewer. I've got to keep going. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, fair enough, guys. I think in North America, it's getting quite late, so fair enough. Thanks, Al, for watching. Really appreciate it. And I will be on tomorrow again at 5 o'clock your time, about 5 o'clock US time. Should be about 7 a.m., 5 p.m. US time. It'll be a quick one, it'd be 7 a.m. Australia time. So yeah, man, thanks for watching. Good night. Yeah, no, really appreciate you guys, you coming along. Yeah. Oh, 8,500 steps. I've done 6.25 kilometers, which, oh, thanks Susan. Yeah, I think I might leave it there. I'm really thirsty. I think I drank my water before you came on, Susan, to prove a point about weight and how the water I drunk from this glass is now in me, and therefore I got heavier, and therefore there's no point in weighing myself because I can't tell how much water is or isn't in me. That's why I'm sticking to the tape measure of the belly. But yeah, so let me just convert this from kilometers to miles, and I've done 6.32. It says it's caught up with the steps. So I've nearly done 4 miles in this room today on stream in an hour and 25 minutes. And I think for the first 5 minutes, I didn't actually have the watch around my ankle, so it wasn't measuring my steps. So yeah, 4 miles in a tiny room. You know, if I can do it, anyone can do it. And again, there will be a link to walking pads if anyone wants to buy one. There'll be an affiliate link, an Amazon affiliate link, if you want to feel like you need a walking pad. I find that essential. I will jump on that walking pad after this, and I will be watching some YouTube and working at the desk on the walking pad. And I'll probably walk at about 4 kilometers an hour over the next hour or so, and it's a lovely day. I'm probably gonna head outside as well. So yeah, that's the stream, guys. Thank you so much for joining. I really do appreciate it. It's been a long one today. So anyone who watches this, I really do appreciate it. I think we've got a new viewer in there. Hi, hi new viewer. Sorry for not letting you know earlier that I was streaming. Yeah, there's a chat box somewhere on your screen, on your phone, so you can say hi if you're still here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it there today. You can see I'm sweating. Whew. I've got to go and get a drink of water. But I will jump on tomorrow briefly. I'll do another measuring, and I'll get 1,000 or 2,000 steps done in the morning with you guys. Maybe I'll be on the walking pad. We'll see. And yeah, so that will be 5 p.m. tomorrow, New York time. That's East Coast US time. That will be 3 p.m. I believe LA time. That will be 7 a.m. Australian time. It'll be 9 a.m. New Zealand time. And if you're in the UK, I'm not sure. I think it will be around 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock at night. I'm not sure. I'll have to check. All around the world. So, thanks, Susan. You take care too. Okay, we'll call it here. I've done 9,000 steps. All right, thanks a lot, guys. Really do appreciate you watching, and keep up the good work. Keep up the steps. You can do it. Let's get it done. Let's improve our health, wealth, skills, knowledge, and mindset. All right, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace out.